Hello, it's Jennifer. Today is June 17th and my tomatoes have started to ripening. So the first tomatoes that are ripening, of course, are the small tomatoes and the cherry tomatoes. So this tomato here is Betalux. This is a saladette tomato, so it's slightly bigger than this cherry tomato here. This cherry tomato is the Yellow Patio variety. These were taken from their plants a couple days ago to allow them to finish ripening. A note on the Betalux: so far the birds have been eating these as they ripen. They've been leaving the other tomatoes alone, but they seem to like the Betalux. So let's go ahead and cut into them. So you can see the Betalux here. The smell is very strong, and it smells like the kind of tomato I don't like. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a very strong smell coming off this tomato now that I've cut it. It appears to have very few seeds, lots of meat. Let's see here. Let's take a bite. Not much tomato flavor despite the smell. It's very watery and somewhat sour, but still edible. The texture is very soft, almost mealy. This could be because it's the first tomato off the plant. Usually the first tomatoes don't taste all that good, so I would give this a second try with the next set of tomatoes that comes off the plant. But if the birds are going for water, I see why they're eating this tomato. Okay, and now for the Yellow Patio. So typical cherry type tomato. I've got some seeds here. This one is very different. So it tastes tomatoey. It's sweet. It has a nice sour pucker, so very good tomato. I like this one a lot. So we had some of these yesterday in pasta, and what I did was I salted them, sprinkled a little bit of olive oil over it, and oven roasted them under the broiler until they got a little char on them. And that really brought out the sweetness of these tomatoes. And I just tossed them into the pasta we were eating, which was basically buttered noodles with other vegetables in it. So the Yellow Patio tomato, very good. The plant is small and compact. My plant isn't doing so well because it is in a container and it's been very hot the past 2 weeks. So I'll go ahead and go outside and show both of these plants, but both of these plants don't seem to take the heat well. So this is the Yellow Patio tomato. As I said before, it doesn't take the heat well. I come out and water it every day because it is so hot and it is in a container, but the sun and the heat are kind of relentless. Regardless though, it does seem to be producing well. And I'd grow this again, but I'd probably try it in a different part of the yard, one that's not so hot. Or maybe I should put some shading up above it. Anyhow, this is the Yellow Patio. I recommend this plant, especially if you have a small area. You can put it in a pot and let it just, drape over like this one here. Hopefully your yard's a lot cooler so the plant looks much better. But anyhow, that's how mine's doing. So this is the Betalux, and it's having a hard time with the heat and with some of the powdery mildew. This is one of the tomatoes that fell to the ground. The birds have pecked. It's one of the first of the larger tomatoes to ripen. I don't particularly like the taste, and the packaging did say that the taste was not sweet, that it was rather much on the sour side. So for people who like sour tomatoes, that don't like sweet tomatoes, perhaps Betalux is for you. Again, I intend to try a later tomato to see if the warming weather improves the taste. I'm not necessarily looking for a sweet tomato, but I am looking for a tomato with tomato flavor. And this tomato just tastes like, you know, some sour water. But it's not like battery acid, like I've had tomatoes before that just make you pucker and they're disgusting. It's just that it doesn't have any flavor and it just tastes like sour water. So this is the Betalux. So far I don't give it a recommendation, but let's give it a month and see what comes off the plant in July.